Okay, Joe Biden left Capitol Hill. He's heading to Rome. Tomorrow we're going to have a live report from Ben Harnwell. But I wanted to bring in a very controversial conference took place. As you know, we're all over this transhumanist situation. Biden's going to be meeting with the Pope, right, as he kicks off the G20 conference in Rome. We're going to be covering it nonstop. Want to go to Joe Allen. We've got actually the author of the TransHuman Code, Carlos Moreira, and I've known Carlos for a number of years, one of the smartest guys around. Joe, real quickly, why was this conference so controversial? Why have we covered it in such depth? And what is the TransHuman Code before we flip to Carlos?
Well, Steve, earlier this month, we received a flyer that looked like something out of Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code. It's the Elite Global Leaders Conference, invitation only, held, it says, at the Vatican, with the author of the TransHuman Code. It hit basically every trigger point one could imagine. As I looked into Carlos Moreira, I saw that his company WiseKey had attempted a joint venture in China called WiseKey China, which has since been aborted. I also saw that he has appeared at the World Economic Forum a number of times, hitting more trigger points. However, when I reached out to challenge him on this, he has been very forthcoming. I've read his book very carefully, and while I certainly disagree with many of his approaches and many of his assumptions, especially the inevitability of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, I can say without a doubt it is not a pro-transhumanism book. And having listened to every minute of the session that he did in Rome, it was not a pro-transhumanism conference.
Yeah.
So I think he should be able to speak for himself on this.
Yeah. Carlos, I've known you for years. You're one of the smartest guys around. You know crypto. You've obviously been at the World Economic Forum. You're one of these Fourth Industrial Revolution guys. Talk to us about the conference at the Vatican. That's what I think people are most shocked about. Is the Vatican trying to push transhumanism in your mind?
Hi, Steve. Nice to see you again. No, obviously not. I mean, the conference was on TransHuman Code, which is the title of the book. Trans in Latin means beyond. So how humans will be beyond the code. The code is AI. So our view was that we need to start to open the consciousness of people so they understand the real threats. And not only by just saying transhumanism is bad, just break the issue. What is bad? Is the technology bad? Is the fact that companies are holding our digital identities and we don't have anymore the right of our own personal data? That's the subject of the book. So the book is not about transhumanism. It's actually to the contrary. And the conference in the Vatican is the second time we do that. That has nothing to do with this elite conference, which is a family office conference by Joe Boyd that was done in a hotel. The delegate of that conference were invited to the Teutonic School, which is a building inside the Vatican, where for the second time we organized this event. And this event is actually to collect ideas. I mean, this is a discussion. The TransHuman Code is a platform where people from all beliefs and directions can come in to discuss. And we challenge technologies. We had actually in the conference Jill D'Amelio. He was the former CEO of Apple, a man with an amazing experience, and he's now reaching an age where a lot of the things he did, he expressed his concern, and he's guiding the new generations on how to use technology in the right way. You know, we are Swiss, we are in Switzerland, you know us very well. We met in Zurich, we also met in Davos. The objective for us is not to conquer the world or to change the world. It's actually to put check and balances in the technology. The problem of technology is that it's getting exponential now, and we humans, we are not exponential, so we need to protect ourselves.
But this is okay. We only got a couple of minutes. We're going to have you back, but that is the whole point. This is accelerating at an accelerating rate, and there are no checks that you can put in, and there are many people out there that don't want to put checks in. How do you answer that?
So we are, you remember where cars arrived, there was no traffic lights, there were no roads, there was a lot of people dying in accidents when the car arrived to the society. We are in the same phase now. Technology has arrived and we don't have method of controlling that technology. We don't have legislation, we don't have control and checks. We are huge manipulation of people by letting believe that this moving to the metaverse is going to be the final destination. All that is not true. And that needs to be corrected. correct it. But we cannot only correct that with words. We need to create companies like Wisky. We are a NASDAQ listed company, and we make much less revenue than other Facebook and others because we are not selling, we are not making humans the product of the infrastructure. We are actually, to the contrary, we are returning the power to humans so they can defend themselves towards the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is going to happen whether we like it or not. I mean, this is like happening the move from agricultural to steam, and then from steam to machineries, and then to machineries to technology. It's going to happen. But the decision that we have to take is how important is going to be the role of humans in that fourth industrial revolution. Will we have the final switch? We will have the capability to turn up the identity if we don't agree anymore of what is happening with us.
Okay. Carlos, we got to have you back on and go into this. Joe, I want to thank you for teeing it up. We're going to have Ben Harnwell. So Biden has left. Nancy Pelosi has just committed. They're going to have a vote tomorrow on this fiasco of the spending bill. He's hurtling now towards Rome. He'll be meeting the Vatican. Harnwell will be live there tomorrow. We're going to try to get Carlos back on and Joe Allen about this conference, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and what your place is in it as a Homo sapien, as a human being. Okay?